That's what I always say.
Paul, I'm going to institute a new rule for Microsoft.
Okay.
A new rule for Microsoft. They are no longer allowed to write bespoke posts on Medium about how
I
they've
know.
put
What's up with
all
that?
of this love and attention into a product until we see it in the OS.
Now, what's the latest example of that?
The emojis. I mean, granted, they are emojis, but they hyped the hell out of this stuff in July, and then they were tweeting out like, look at our new fire icon, look at our new whatever, and then they put them in to the OS, and it's like, here's what they are. Yeah, we know we promised 3D looking emojis, but this is what you get. Anyways.
We want users to love Windows, Brad.
They're no longer choosing it? Are you saying that, Paul?
Yeah, I tied to that complaint, I would say maybe pick a place to post stuff and just use that.
Yeah, maybe like your own.
Well, they have, I mean, even on their own sites, they have a tech community, they have official blogs, they have press releases that they even use sometimes still. I mean, you don't know where something's going to turn up.
Yes. Anyways, that's my Monday morning rant. There's bigger things to fry today. Paul, how much are you going to spend on a MacBook? What's your range for today? You going to buy one?
No.
You're not gonna buy one of the new ones?
You know what? One of the things I've been
what's happened to you? You've changed.
Well, I've been confronting this future that I'm going to have someday because that's how the future works, Brad. And
I see where you're going with this.
That sort of Yoda-like logic, you know. I can't wait to see the future. I want to be a little more mobile and everything. And one of the things I've been sort of wrestling with is how many of these kind of things do I cart around? Like when I go on a home swap, which is usually a 3-week trip and now feels like a distant memory. I would always bring at least 2 computers. I mean, sometimes I brought 3, depending on what was going on. Mm-hmm. Next week, I'm going to be away. And I mean, it's weird. I probably just bring a laptop. That's really rare for me.
How pedestrian of you.
I know how common. We'll see.
Down on you already.
Well, anyway, the point of this though is, if we are truly mobile in the future, like I don't know how many different things I can have. And one of the things I was thinking about is like this MacBook thing, and it's like I don't know that I would even bother. So to answer your question, 0 MacBooks this week. Not a lot of interest in this. Well, not a lot of personal interest. I mean, obviously what Apple does with Apple Silicon and the M1, whatever they're calling these new chips, is of interest. Of course it is. I think, in fact, if anything, you could define the past year of PC stuff around the M1 that they released a year ago and how Intel has reacted to it and, where the industry is heading as a result. So, I mean, that stuff is super interesting. But personally owning one of these things, I don't see any huge advantage to the M1 personally. It's been a tremendous marketing thing for Apple rather, and I think an important technical thing that gets better over time. But as far as it being like this revolution, day-to-day use, like I don't really see that. But obviously the influence is there. I mean, Apple, that's one of the things Apple is good at. So I don't know.
Boring answer.
Sorry.
And logical and sounded
but there's other stuff happening this week that's more interesting.
I know.
Like tomorrow, Google's going to announce these new Pixels, right? Depending on rumors and stuff. I mean, this thing, the Pro version could start as low as $849, $900. There are rumors up to $1,100. We'll see. But here's the problem. Whatever it is, I'm going to spend it. So
thank you. Okay. So at least you have some sort of financial capital outlay aligned for this week.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And then Samsung's going to announce something about colors. I don't know what the hell they're doing. I swear to God, their marketing department is like, Apple's doing something. Let's do a thing. Do we have computers to announce? No? Okay. It could be literally about One UI, the new version that's kind of based on Android 12 or whatever. Maybe. I don't know.
It's funny when we're looking at like at Stardock, like product launch things. It's like, we shouldn't do it on Monday because there's Apple on Monday, Google's on a Tuesday. We shouldn't do it on Tuesday, whatever. Wednesday, Samsung. Who cares? Like we can do it on Wednesday. Like it's just
nice.
Like
I thought you were gonna say, how's the next week looking?
Yeah, no. Samsung is the epitome of Like the cool kids are like, I don't know, eating at some restaurant, and then Samsung shows up like 5 minutes later and then either eats there or they're 20 minutes early. They're just talking about how great it is. And then Apple and Google show up and they're like,
Samsung's just a stalker. They follow Apple around. They go to the restaurant. They're like, what did he order? I'll have the same thing.
Which, to be clear, if I could make billions of dollars talking Apple and Google, I absolutely would too. So maybe there's gonna be a bunch of people who use Samsung phones that email us.
Look, even people who are the biggest Samsung fans in the world, and I understand.
Wait.
Mm-hmm.
Who are these?
Who are these people? All I'm saying, I'm acknowleding they exist.
That's a bold assumption.
I have gone in and out of Samsung. It's got a bit awkward way to say it.
I'm not gonna. Like, what's her name again?
Let me rephrase. I don't know how else to say it. I mean, I recognize the kind of dominance of Samsung in the Android world. They're important. You kind of have to be on top of this. But all of my Samsung experiences overall are not positive, right? And a lot of it has to do with all their superfluous apps and services and nonsense and how things don't work. You don't get the standard Google stuff, which I really do prefer on Android. And the cameras have gotten really good, and you can go back and forth on HDR and blah, 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 whatever. But it's a tough one for me because you'd like to like the company and the products that are, the best sellers, but I don't know. Yeah. They don't do it for me. I just can't. I like I said, I go kind of push on it big, spend a lot of money on that stuff. And then it's like, I don't know. It just doesn't do it for me.
Yeah, and somebody's going to write in and say, we love, I'm sure you do. They make, I guess it really depends what Samsung makes. Like their phones are pretty good. Their TV's pretty good. Do not ever buy their washers and dryers. They have like the worst rating ever on the planet. Never buy them. I don't know.
We actually have a Samsung washer and dryer.
Good luck.
Well, they're fine. I mean, they work fine. They play a cute little song when they're done doing stuff. I think that's always entertaining. I don't know. Yeah. Hey, how about those smart speakers they made? Those must be selling gangbusters, huh? Bixby powered.
I was about to say, what is that thing that they have that you can scream at?
If you're ever worried about Cortana's standing in the world, just remember there's something called Bixby, and you'll be okay.
Or that they launched a music service called Milk.
Did they? I don't even know that.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm sure you're right.
Sometimes
I just tune it out,
Samsung Music Service Milk. Isn't that what it was called?
Samsung Milk.
Milk Music is a completely separate entity from Samsung's existing Music Hub subscription service, as the former is focused on free radio. So whatever. It was part of Samsung, I think.
I was going to say the key word in this sentence is was.
Yeah, now it's powered by Slacker Radio. Okay. Yeah, it's called, Jesus. The icon that pulls up is Samsung Milk Music, powered by Slacker.
Wow. That other thing we all use so much.
I didn't even know Slacker was still around.
The internet just keeps everything alive.
Anyways, Apple's just planning to shove a whole bunch of cores into their Apple M1 X Pro Max, or whatever they're calling it. There's been a bunch of rumors. The displays are going to have their notch, apparently. We'll find out.
That is... Jesus Louise, are you kidding me? I don't understand. That is crazy. Apple does these things. They're so belligerent is the only word. It's almost like they hear the complaints and they just dig their heels in. Yeah. They pushed that butterfly keyboard for over 4 generations, refused to get rid of it. Now they're going back. They did the USB-C thing, refused to get rid of it. Now they're going back. And then they pushed this notch thing and the USB on iPhones. It's like, guys, you gotta just move forward. They hear the complaint and it's like what causes them not to do the right thing. It's a weird psychology.
I hit the wrong button there. Yeah.
Yeah, you should take the camera off me. I'm just ranting now.
Yeah, that's what we log in for, maybe. I don't know. Or Samsung innuendos. Anyway, so that's happening today, which is throwing me off.
Yeah,
because typically,
what time is that? Is that 1?
It's probably 1 o'clock, their usual time. But the fact that it's happening on a Monday and not a Tuesday is going to throw me off for the whole week. So,
no, I'm interested in what they announce. There is nothing they announce that could cause me to whip out a check or a credit card or whatever.
God, I hope they make you do.
There's nothing. Mark my words. I will not be made hypocritical.
Oh, supposedly they're bringing back MagSafe too somehow.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, hilariously, I know this is old news at this point, but they sell a $129 Duo charger with a MagSafe charger and an Apple Watch charger.
Yeah,
I will tell you, I was vaguely interested in this since I'm traveling quite a bit more. Just having one thing to plug in at the hotel would be great, except that it doesn't work well with the 13 Pro. Like, it's the camera notch is too big.
It also doesn't work with the fast charging on the new Apple Watch.
Yeah, so it's fantastic. Like a double banger there. So they need to...
Well, it's like, who would? Like, what company on earth would announce an expensive $500 pair of headphones and then 3 months later announce a high-resolution music service that does not work with those headphones? It's fiction. It's crazy. Nobody would ever do that.
Those profits will not drive themselves, Paul Thurrott.
Right.
So... anyways, before this car drives off a cliff, that's all we got.
Before we thumb on Louisa.